the times that changed us. COVID-19 has forever altered our world. These are the stories of lives changed.
Hi, my name is Anouk Le Roux. I'm 19 years old. I was born in Stellenbosch and I'm now living in the beautiful city of Cape Town with my family. Life before COVID was stress-free, really. We could just do whatever we wanted and we really took that for granted. But very quickly all of that ended and you miss it when it's gone, but you don't really appreciate it when it's there. So just before I got sick, I was planning my 19th birthday, but that went out the window because we all got very sick. I cancelled all my plans and I had a lockdown birthday. I started feeling just flu-y and I was like, oh, I'll be fine, lying in bed, watched a bit of Netflix. But very soon I started realizing how serious it really was because I started seeing how sick my mom got. And after that, it just got a lot worse. I had very, very bad, chest pain. And soon after me, my boyfriend, who was also at our house at the time, got very sick as well. And seeing my boyfriend and my mom and my dad so helpless and so sick it was really a wake-up call because my boyfriend and I both went into it thinking, oh, we'll be fine, we're young, because everyone always tells us the young ones don't get sick, they'll be fine, they're never in hospital. But we did get it very severely for our age. And I think a lot of my friends, people I know, don't understand that. A lot of my relationships with my friends changed because of COVID, because I'd had COVID and they hadn't. I felt that I had a very different understanding about the severity of it, because I don't think anyone that hasn't experienced it firsthand can truly understand what it's like. And I think that changed everything for me. Emotionally, having COVID was very difficult. My mom was rushed to hospital twice. And as scary as that was for me, I was terrified. I didn't know if she was coming home. I had to be strong for my little sister who's only 8. And I had to console her. She was crying hysterically because obviously it's very difficult for her to explain that at the hospital there are people that know what they're doing. They are there to help. Whereas she just saw it as a place of bad, So it was very difficult for me to man up and be there for her and keep her calm while I was not calm at all myself. I'd say definitely my worst moment was seeing my dad drive my mom to the hospital, as sick as she was, because I was praying and hoping, but there's really no knowing, because family, friends close to me have had relatives go to the hospital and never come home. Well, while we were sick, we made it a bit of a habit to at least spend a little bit of time in the sun every day. And we just realized how we'd taken that garden for granted and how beautiful the nature around us was. We were listening to the sound of the birds. And just in that moment, there was this profound gratefulness for the fact that we were all still here and we'd all made it past the worst, And I really felt that was the moment there was hope. If I could give a message to the private hospitals, the nurses, the doctors that helped my mom, I would thank them a million times over. It takes a very strong person to go into a place that we fear. The normal civilian fears COVID every day, and they walk into those wards with those sick people, and they're not thinking of themselves. They're thinking only help the people, And I'm forever grateful that they pulled my mom through and that she was able to come back home. A message I'd like to give the youth of South Africa is take things more seriously than you think you are. Make smarter decisions about who they see. Realize that you may be seeing one person, but that person may be seeing 100. And you just really need to be more aware of the contact that those people may have with others.
I would like to take this opportunity to tell Anouk that I respect how well she has handled this whole situation. And I know that it's been extremely difficult. I think most difficult for this age group. They struggle, they want to see their friends, but I think emotionally very taxing on this age group because we were all there and we want to go out.
And I think just something that I'd like to say to people that maybe haven't had COVID or are still a bit hesitant about how serious it is I think it's completely unnecessary for anyone to judge another person because they're keeping themselves safe. It's a very scary time. I have had people close to me pass away from COVID. I've seen them fight for their life in hospital. And who are you to judge someone because they want to avoid that for themselves and for the people closest to them?
Just the way she's handled the whole experience, I have an immense amount of respect for you. You've been very grown up about the whole thing.
Thank you. I've really tried to shift my focus from being self-centered and wanting to do all these things and travel and go see my friends to really realizing what's important, and that the family that's here at home with me and that's been there since day one, that's what's important during this pandemic. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys for being so safe with COVID and keeping us safe, and yeah.
Pleasure, my darling.
Their story is our story. Follow them by following HASA, Advancing Healthcare.